This tip was reinforced by Lynn Powers at this year's Sales Success Summit. And I don't know that she said it this way, but my takeaway from it was always have a plan. And then when the
Hmm.
plan doesn't work, adjust the plan and start working the new plan. And
Hmm.
this was in the context of her sharing an example of losing a deal and then having some timelines around being able to go back in and win the deal. So she knew enough about the customer, knows enough about the market, knows enough about the risk to be able to go in there and say, the first plan didn't work out. I've got a new plan and I'm going to go out there and execute it. What did you think about
I
that?
Well, for me, first of all, I loved that. And that was my favorite point that she made. And what I took away from it was a little riff on that, which was you never really lose a deal if you think about it the right way, right? It's just a deal that you might have the chance to win later, right? So I had this happen to me once upon a time with a deal that I was doing with United Airlines, actually, where I lost the deal, and a year and a half later, I was back at the table, and we won the deal and won a larger deal than was originally proposed. And so as long as you are selling human, selling like you, as Jeff Bajorek talks about, you always have the chance to reforge that relationship, to have a chance at that deal, especially if you follow some of Lynn's tips. And you can probably see her video that, that's, I'm sure Scott will share those links. If they're not already available, they'll be available soon. But, just being able to maintain the relationship, maintain a sort of a humble willingness to learn from what the loss was about, and to not take it personally, and to just get back to the table when you can.
The other thing I thought that Lynn did that was absolutely amazing is she talked about things from a conceptual perspective, like the importance of planning, and then a practical perspective and how she executed on those things. So being able to take it down from here's what the idea is, here's what and here's how you put it into practice. I thought she did an awesome job with that. So don't miss that video. Make sure you take a look at it.
Love it.
All right. What's
Scott's
this
going to
next
have
one?
some good content.
What's the next one?
So it was in getting people engaged,
Okay.
like keeping people engaged. So I was thinking about how you keep people engaged, and being a salesperson that people want to have a conversation with. And Josh Braun just got me really fired up about this topic, because he's like, hey, who do you want to talk to? You want to talk to the salesperson that basically calls your baby ugly? Like, hey, I noticed you're doing all these things wrong, and our solution will really help you to not do these things wrong anymore. That's kind of like your talk track is really around the deficit. Like, it's around pain, but you've just basically made their pain really personal and their fault. And I wouldn't really consider wanting to talk to that person again. The other talk track is something like, hey, Mike, as a guy with a lot of experience building your own business, what are your thoughts on what you're seeing in the economy right now? What are you thinking about how you're closing out Q4? So I've just built you up by talking about your great expertise and asking you your thoughts around something that might spark a conversation, and something I have the ability to sell you.
So I've
It
seen deals
feels
get
very
lost.
different.
Yeah, I actually won a deal, or the team that I was on, we won a deal back in the day with a defense contractor. The defense contractor, the incumbent, went in, met with the learning leader at this defense contractor, and said, I've never seen usage this low, or something like that. And what the person was trying to do was demonstrate, hey, we can come in and help you.
Oof.
And what the